Fun fact, I actually forgot it was the Nintendo Switch's 6th year on the block. I've been so focused on my PSP collection lately, I actually haven't played on my Switch much except for when I played GoldenEye online with Gamers from Saturn, link to his channel in the bio. This is my Switch. It's very beat up, there's a chip here and there. I'm on my second set of Joy-Cons, which isn't too bad considering the issues others have had with drift. I've actually been very lucky. At one point, I was concerned my current pair were going to get drift, and so I actually bought the Zelda Joy-Cons, which went on to never been used and are sitting comfortably in their box still. But yes, this is my Switch. My only Switch. And more importantly, this is my launch day Switch. That's right, I never upgraded. My Switch does not have the extended battery life. It isn't OLED. And it still has the kickstand which will snap off if you so much as knock it when playing in docked. I love my Switch. It's bonkers how well this Switch has done that it lasted 6 years without needing to be replaced or upgraded. My main issue with my Switch right now actually is that the battery doesn't last all that long now. When I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition last year, the system only really lasted 2 hours whilst in handheld. And if I was playing very intensive sections of a game, sometimes it would barely break an hour. My relationship with the Switch battery is very weird. 2 hours of play, 5 hours of charge. A bit like the PlayStation Vita. So yeah, I'm still very much in love with my Switch. 6 years on, and the novelty of playing in both handheld and docked has not worn off one bit. It's actually very useful, especially since I had a son. If it wasn't for the ability to play in handheld, I probably wouldn't get any gaming done at all. Furthermore, a lot of my favourite games of all time are on the Switch. Super Mario Odyssey went on to be my favourite game in the entire Mario series. Shin Megami Tensei is now one of my favourite JRPGs of all time. Smash Bros. Ultimate is hands down the best beat-em-up ever made, and Breath of the Wild, for me personally, redefined what an open-world game should be like. The Nintendo Switch, coupled with remasters of old games like Metroid Prime, Xenoblade Chronicles, Mario Sunshine, remakes like Link's Awakening, sequels like Pikmin 4, Bayonetta 3, and the upcoming Metroid Prime 4. Nintendo even started their online service, which, for a low sum per year, gives you access to a library of games on the NES, N64, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and Mega Drive, or Genesis, depending if you're from some backwards country. Furthermore, it also comes bundled with DLC for Animal Crossing, Splatoon, and Mario Kart. People complain about the price, but it's cheaper than other providers such as Xbox or PlayStation. And a lot of these games, if it wasn't for Nintendo Switch Online, the only way to play these games would be to fork out £100 for the cartridge. The Switch has had a really good 6 years, and with the aforementioned Metroid Prime 4 yet to come out, I think the game will serve as the system's last hurrah in the 7th year on shelves before Nintendo release their next system. I have had my fair share of issues with the Switch, which have puzzled me over the last 6 years. Issues which really shouldn't be there and weren't present on previous Nintendo systems. Now, maybe it's because my own Switch is a launch day model, and this might not be an issue anymore for the newer models. But I find the whole setup very sluggish. Especially when you go into the main store, it takes a long time to load up and even longer to search for a game. A lot of times when I've wanted to buy something from a store, I felt the need to set myself 15 minutes aside just to load up and search for the game. I actually almost missed out on buying Fire Emblem because of it. There's also the issue that the Switch does not seem to support themes 6 years on. There's been loads of brilliant examples of themes online what Nintendo could do, but they simply went for black or white. Really weird, especially after how customizable the 3DS was. I kind of wish they'd replicated that on the Switch. The Switch GUI felt and still feels very boring and uninspired. It doesn't even have a cool home theme like the Wii and Wii U did before it. It boggles the mind. And what's the deal with only being able to record 30 seconds at a time? This actually wasn't a feature at all when the Switch first came out, as the button was limited to only taking screenshots, which turned me into a bit of a photographer whilst playing Breath of the Wild. So many amazing battles I had at the time are now lost to memory. The last one is a minor gripe, but still, at this point, I'd settle for a minute of recording. So, what's next for the Switch? I don't know. The Metroid Prime Remaster has taught us they plan to release each game individually, but we don't know how long it will take them to release each one. I personally think they'll finish releasing the trilogy on the Switch by the end of 2023, and then finally release Metroid Prime 4 on the 7th year of the Switch with a dual release on Nintendo's next system. But I'm not a fortune teller. I'm just a gamer from Saturn. Anyway, I hope you all have an amazing week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.